Hi everyone and welcome back. In this video we're going to compare the two sentences A and, in parentheses, B or C. And we're going to compare that to A or, parentheses, B and C. The goal is to determine whether or not these two sentences are semantically equivalent. That means whether they mean the same thing. So I broke up the table in terms of the variables, which are A, B, and C, and then the pieces. So B or C is this piece right here. I threw that there. And B and C is the other quantity. Put that there. So remember that when you are building a truth table, you have to write out all the different possibilities. And the best way to do that is to go down the list, and let's do it like this. Right? 4 trues, 4 falses. This is kind of a standard format. And then 2 trues, 2 false, 2 true, 2 false, and then alternating true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, all the way down. So this part is the same for every 3 variable truth table. Okay, so B or C. Now you have to know the rule here. B or C is true if either one or both are true. Which means, another way of saying that, it's only false when both B and C are false. So we have true or true, that's true. True or false, true. False or true, that's true. We have 2 falses here, that means it's false. 2 trues, true, true, false, that's true. So as long as you see 1 true, it means the sentence is true. False or false, that equals false. Okay, similar idea. Here, B and C. So they both have to be true in order for this conjunction to be true. So in that case right here, B and C are both true. They're not both true here, which means this is false. They're not both true here, so that's false. They're both false, which means it's false. They're both true, which means it's true. True and false is false. False and true is false, and both falses are false. Okay, so if you don't know these columns very well, then go back and review your disjunction and conjunction rules. Those are pretty important. Okay, now let's build out this column. Now this column depends, let's not make it green, let's make it maybe gray. This column depends on A, which is this one, and it depends on B or C, which is this one. So this is where our eyes are looking here. And this is a conjunction. So just like what we did with B and C, where we take B and we take C and we compare the values, we're taking the same idea with A and this whole value of B or C. So it's a conjunction, right? It's just a nested kind of thing. So A and B or C. All right, let's start. So true and true, that's true. True and true, that's true. True and true, that's true. True and false, that's false. And all these, nope, we just want false. Let me just put that away. False. All of these are false, 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 false. And remember, a conjunction, they both need to be true, which means we can just take this value and it's the same for all. Right? These are all going to be false because you have the first part is false. Okay. It's good. That one's done. Cool. So now we look at A or B and C. So A we're still focusing on, and then we're not focusing on this anymore, so we can remove the color here. And we're not focusing on this one anymore, so we can remove the color there. Now we're just focusing on this one. So we have our color here, and B and C is this column, and we have the color here. So remember, this is a disjunction, which means all we need is one of them to be true. So let's do that. So true or true, that's true. True or false, that's true. True or false, that's true. True or false, that's true. False or true, that's true. False or false, that's false. False or false, that's false. False or false, that's false. Okay. So we have this all filled in. Now, what's the point of all this? Right? That is the key that you have to recognize. What is the point? Let me remove this color and we can talk about that. So, the goal is to compare these two sentences. Now, what that means is, if they are equivalent, that means that they're the same in all cases, right? That should make sense. They should be true or false in accordance with each other. Okay, so true, 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 true. We're just seeing if these match. And right here, you see they don't match. So this particular case is when they do not match. That case is when A is true and both are false, or when A is false and the both others are true. This right here, if you were to highlight this, we'll just put that in red. This proves that these two sentences do not mean the same thing. They are not semantically equivalent. So if you are asked to do that, the best way to go about it is to build the truth table, build the pieces, and then just explain right here why that is. And you can say, hey, the only two situations in which this does not match this are when the first part is true and then the second part both false, or the first part is false and the second part is true. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this makes some sense. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I can get to answering it. But yeah, thanks so much for viewing. Bye.